Hey guys, Sophia here with Turquoise Toffee, and I'm back with another video. Today we're talking about the 2024 IFBB Pro League Sheru Classic Bharat Pro Bikini results. The India Pro, these girls all looked amazing, and a new qualified athlete heading to Olympia. Now, speaking of Olympia, last year's top three are automatically qualified, and then the winner of any open division contest held in the qualification period also will get their qualification for the Olympia. So our first place winner gets to go. So here's a look at the scorecard and your top five. In first place, Alesia; second, Allison; third, Sarah; fourth, Alesia; and fifth, Emma. And the scores were very even all the way through. A clear win for Alesia. So here's Emma in fifth place. Amazing. The first thing I noticed was the curve of her back and how beautiful the lat looks on her front pose. She's got this great curve from her delt to her lat, and her waist is so tiny, and then really nice like horizontal and vertical height to the glute. It really balances well with the lat. I definitely like this wonderful curve that she creates. So a great arch in her back. It looks really good. I would be a little concerned about the shoulders though. I think she has to be careful that this shoulder isn't pulled downwards. It could just be the angle of the photographer were kind of lower than her looking up. But I definitely want to make sure that this shoulder and this shoulder are both in line with each other so that you see perfect symmetry. I think she's got really nice size. She's got great quads, a beautiful sweep, nice curve to the hamstrings. Maybe she could have a little bit more of that dipping in under the glute where the glute and the hamstring come together. And I would be very careful with conditioning. While I find her legs have a really nice fullness and softness, her arms are quite vascular. There appears to be some striations here. Her midsection looks a little more, rough, not quite so smooth. So I think she has to be really careful with the conditioning and the level of leanness to maintain that kind of soft, beautiful bikini shape, but still have some nice lines. It's so tricky. But I think overall she looks great. It's a beautiful suit. The center part and her dark hair with that pink lip look beautiful. And I thought she did a great job. Okay, next and fourth is Alesia. She looks stunning as well. Really nice upper body. She's got a lot of size in those shoulders, her biceps, her triceps, the lats, just a really good amount of dense quality muscle. Nice curve here. I think her waist looks really good. Beautiful definition coming in the abs, and a nice size and just a lovely curve to the glute. I think it's a nice soft gentle curve and a good little dipping in where the glute and the hamstring come together. Her conditioning looks really nice. She's got this groove, the line coming down her leg. Nothing too crazy in the back leg. You're not seeing too many lines in the quads, but those abs look great and that delt looks really beautiful. So overall, I think her conditioning looks really lovely. I would be really careful with the posing I don't know whether it's the placement of the wrist or the elbow. To me, this back arm and shoulder looks really straight. Like we're losing the curve that we see in this shoulder. So I would love to see her play a little bit with trying to maintain the roundness here. But also, I almost feel like she could try to twist this shoulder a little bit more to the side here. So bring this one a little more forward, this one a little more back, so that the arm is not quite so close to the glute. I'd like to just see a little bit more space so that your eye sees the hourglass even better. But that's about it. Like, I think she looks really good. Her makeup is pretty. The suit color is beautiful. Her tan looks nice. The conditioning, the amount of muscle, like she looks amazing. Okay, next and third is Sarah. Fabulous glute shape. Really nice round curve and good balance between the size of her glute and the size of her legs. I think she's got a good amount of quad, a nice curve to the hamstring, that good little dip here in the bottom of the glute. It's just a really beautiful leg. Nice small waist. I don't feel this is the most flattering pose. It could be where the photographer is versus where the judges are, and she's holding herself to look good for the judges. But from what we're seeing in this photo, I just find she's way too sideways. I want to see at least a little bit of her six-pack ab or the flatness in the midsection. I want to see the belly button. I don't need to see both obliques necessarily, but I don't want to just see the side of her oblique and the ribs. So to me, it's just too sideways. I completely have lost the delt in the back. Her hair, I think, should be to the back. That would help. But like, you're not even seeing that back arm. So we're losing out on the symmetry, and we're not really getting a great view of her hourglass shape because it's so sideways, and we're just not seeing that triangle in the width of the shoulders coming into the narrowness of the waist. So it's probably just the photo, and in real life it was a different story. But I think still she's got really nice size for her own frame. Like, her proportions are beautiful and nice conditioning as well. She's got that good outlining of the delt here, leanness in the oblique, that good line and this detail in the side of her quad, but still a good curve. So I think overall she looks really good. Beautiful red suit. I like that the lipstick is a nice shade of red to coordinate with the suit, and just overall a great third place for her. Okay, next and second is Allison. There wasn't a photo of her in her front pose exactly, so I'm showing you two different so you can see her abs, you can see her glute, the hamstrings. She looks amazing as ever. She always looks beautiful. I saw on Instagram that she's kind of playing around with conditioning and trying to fit the criteria as best as she can. Definitely, this is not the most conditioned Allison we've ever seen. There's a lot more softness in her legs in particular, though I do think her upper body still looks totally lean. Like, her delts, the vascularity, her midsection is tiny, her abs are super flat. So she really does keep a lot of that shredded look in her upper body, but the lower body is certainly softer than normal. I think she's got a really nice round shape to her glutes here, a good size. When I compare to the other girls, I feel like she definitely has a lot of size in the glutes and the hamstrings as well. So she's got a lot of muscle mass. But me personally, I like a little bit more detail coming in. Like, if that line that we always see coming down the side could be just a little bit sharper, even just a tiny bit. And if the tie-ins in the back pose could be a little bit clearer, I think that would be amazing. But I totally get what she's doing. I think overall she still looks incredible. Second place, clearly the judges loved her, but overall she's gorgeous. And the purple suit is like the most perfect royal purple color ever. It's gorgeous and she looks amazing. All right, now in first place is Alesia. So once again, I didn't have quite the pose in the photo that I wanted, so I found something on her Instagram page just so that you can see her with her body twisted a little more forward. It's perfect. I think her posing is really good. The shoulders are nice and level. You really see the width in the lat and the delt, so the triangle that she has here of that, the width between the shoulders coming down to the tiny waist, that V shape, perfect. But then, my gosh, her glutes look amazing. Really great silhouette. Like, the size that she gets and the way she pops her hip, really a lot of horizontal. I wouldn't mind seeing a little bit more of the curve on the top up here to fill in that space. But I think, like, man, she's got some good size and nice outlining. The conditioning looks beautiful. She's got the line here. She's got that line coming down her quad. You can see her delts have a good outline. Love the red lip matching the red suit. I think she looks really good. Great size in the legs. She's got some good curves to the top of the quads. The hamstrings look beautiful. She's just stunning. And the conditioning, she has just enough of the outlining of the delts, of that glute to look lean and athletic, but she still has nice roundness and fullness to the hamstrings, to the glutes, to the delts. So she's got it right where she needs to be. All right, so here's everyone side by side. Not quite everybody's in their pose here, but it still gives you an idea of the different shapes, the glutes. I think Sarah's glute stands out for that really nice round shape, but in terms of size, I'm looking at Allison. I think her glutes have a really great amount of density. Alesia definitely pops hers out and gets a good amount of like width to the lower part of her glute. Alesia looks really beautiful, just natural in the way that she's standing. Nice size, kind of all over. Great size in the legs, great width and density in her upper body. Emma, it's that curve that catches my eye on her. Just a really nice midsection, great waistline right here. Lisa, just beautiful. Really nice. I'm loving with Lisa and Allison, that gorgeous triangle that they get at the very bottom of their delts. Looks awesome. Okay, so I didn't have a full pose for everyone in that back pose. So I did find one of Lisa backstage. I know it's not quite the same as a stage shot, the lighting, obviously the clarity of the photo, but it gives you just an idea of her proportions. You clearly see the hourglass shape on Lisa, the width of her delts coming into the narrow waist and then the big curvy glutes. Her glutes look high. They look really round here at the top. When I look at Sarah beside her, she doesn't quite have as much of that curvy shape on the top. Allison, yeah, she's got a great amount of size in the glutes, but this is where I'm thinking maybe just a little bit more of the tie-in showing in the back, but it is hard to say because she's not fully in the pose. I think Alessia's tie-ins look awesome, really clear, easy to see, some definition into the back of her hamstrings. Same with Sarah. I think you see her tie-ins really beautifully, but maybe just not as clear of that hourglass shape with the really small waist coming out to the delts on any of the competitors as we're seeing with Lisa. So, the conditioning, the shape, the size, it's all so crucial. And I think Lisa really nailed it here. Her glutes, the legs are in good proportion. She's got good balance between top to bottom. Her waist looks nice and narrow. And then she's got that beautiful amount of detail coming through. Kind of, you can see in the photo, you can see those triangles here for the glute hem tie-ins. I wish Emma had been just a little bit more in her pose so that we could see the detail. You can see she's got some nice lines coming down the back of her leg. Overall, everyone looked great. It's a beautiful top 5, but a great win for Lisa. And of course, there she is, added to the list. And I've got a couple more recaps still coming your way from last weekend, and then there are more shows coming up this weekend. So make sure you subscribe, give me a like if you like this video, comment your thoughts below, and come find me. I'm on Instagram at turquoise toffee.